Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's video. So if you are a beginner and dummy like me and you are struggling to understand where to save the money in UK and what is ISA account, what does ISA stands for, you have seen this and you are still troubled, then this video is for you because this is based on the information which I've gathered in the past few months, just trying to figure out why do I need an ISA account? What's the benefit of it? Why there is this term being used quite a lot? So let's go with it, and I'll try to explain to the best that what exactly is an ISA account and what are the different saving options in UK. So one is the personal saving account, which is PSA, or normal account which you can open in the bank. So in the bank, usually you open a current account where you get your salary, and from there on, if you have any money left, you usually want to save that money in a saving account. So that is basically personal saving account. And as for that, the personal saving allowance is the amount of money you can save and you can earn without paying any taxes. So based on the tax amount you pay, for a normal person paying 20% tax, he can have an income of 1,000 per year from interest or dividends, and he doesn't have to pay any taxes on it. If you are in the higher tax bracket of 40%, then that allowance is up to £500 per year. So basically, from your interest, if you have got a lot of saving made, that you are able to earn up to 500 interest, or through dividends you are able to earn that much amount. Then if it is less than 500, you don't need to pay any interest on that, any tax on that. And this is for the 40% tax bracket people. If they suppose start to earn 600, then they have to pay the tax on that. If as long as they remain below 500, it's okay. And for husband and wife, they both have their own limits, £500 per each, if both of them fall in the 40% tax bracket. If one of them is 20% tax bracket, then one partner will have 1,000 limit. The other partner who falls above in the 40% tax bracket, he will have 500 per year tax-free amount he can earn. So now where does the ISA comes in? Okay, but before that, sorry, let's go to different saving accounts in UK which are there. So there is one is the regular saver, the other term is usually used as fixed term, and the third one is lump sum saving. So lump sum saving is that suppose you have got £5,000 right now in your account and you just want to save it. The best option, one of the option, not the best option, one of the option would be to open a lump sum saving account or instant cash saving account, and you just save the money in that, and there is no limit. You can save up to whatever amount you have. You have 1,000, you can save 1,000. You have 10,000, you can save in that. But the rate, the interest rate would be quite less for that. So, and it varies with the bank or the society as well. So check with that. The other option is the regular saver. Regular saver has got the best, generally one of the best rates, but the limitation is you can only save a particular amount every month. Suppose some banks will give you £100 per month, some will give you £150 per month, but usually I've not seen any bank or society offering more than £200 per month. So it's for people to save regularly by setting up a standing order, and you will get a higher interest rate on that. You can't save more than a particular amount in a month. So if you have opened an account, suppose with Barclays, and you have got a regular saver, they will have a limit that you can only save £150 per month and no more than that. If you have already deposited 150 for that month, you cannot deposit any more money, but the interest rate are higher. And there is another limit as well, that up to maximum, they will state that up to 5,000 amount total, once you have accumulated, they will be giving you the higher interest rate. Once you exceed the limit, your interest rate will be lower. So there are some catches in that, but it's good to start the habit of regular saving. So for those people, it's regular saver. The other one is fixed term. So again, fixed term means that you are locking your money for a particular amount, either 1 year, 2 year, 18 months, or whatever the time would be. And based on that, you will get a higher interest rate in that. So the lowest interest rate is usually lump sum saving. When usually either it is regular or fixed term depending on what the need. But in fixed term you can save up to 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, whatever money you have you can save. But in regular saver the only limitation is you can only save a small amount of money. Then comes the ISA. What is ISA? Why do we people need the ISA account? So the ISA account is basically for to save paying taxes on the interest or dividends, or basically the money you make from your money. So if you so in these accounts, in the regular saver one or in the fixed term or in the normal saving accounts, if you are exceeding the limit of 1000 or 500 which we discussed over here, then you pay taxes. But the ISA accounts are good that in these you don't need to pay any amount of tax to the government. So if you save whatever the money you save in ISA account and the whatever interest they earn, it's your money. The government will not ask anything about you. The only limitation for this year, or it can vary as well, but for 2024 is that a single person can only save 20,000 in an ISA account, which is quite a lot, to be honest. There would be people who are making more than, who can save money more than 20,000, but this is for each person. If they are husband and wife, each will have their own 20,000 limit to save in an ISA account, which is actually quite a lot, to be honest. But maybe there are, of course, millionaires who, for them, this might be a peanut. But for me and for normal people, this is quite a lot amount. So you can save up to 20,000 per tax year in one or more accounts in ISA without paying any taxes on the interest earned. So this is the main benefit of an ISA account. So what's the drawback? The ISA account interest is usually a bit less than the normal saving account. Saving accounts will be giving you a higher interest rate, but the ISA account interest rate are less. But there is a good thing as well. There are multiple types of ISA accounts. So major 4 types. I have mentioned there is a 5th type as well, but I omitted that because it's not for common people. So main types are cash ISA, stock and share ISA, lifetime ISA, and junior individual saving account ISA. Okay, ISA stands for individual saving account. Okay, so basically this is what ISA stands for. So junior ISA, lifetime, stock and share ISA, and cash ISA. So cash ISA, and this is actually a snapshot from the government UK website, and here they have mentioned the limits that it's 20,000. So you can split this 20,000 among these 4 types of account. It's up to you how you want to split this money. So that actually the 4 type is the innovative finance ISA. So I would generally, for common people, just avoid this one. You don't need to go in details, but for the main types would be cash, stock and share, and lifetime. So junior ISA is for kids. If you have got kids and you want to save money for them tax free, then you can open a kids ISA, which would be under you, but you cannot take the money out, and only the kids can take out once they are 16, or basically after they turn to 16, they have the control of the account, but they cannot take the money out until they are 18. So if you are saving the money for the kids, then you can open a junior individual SIFA or a saving account or junior ISA account, and for each year, currently for 2024 to 25, the limit is 9,000. So for each kid you have 9,000, and you can save this money and earn interest without paying taxes. Now coming to the other types for individual, it's cash ISA. So cash ISA is that you can save any amount of cash until and unless the amount is limited in that year. You can only invest up to 20,000. And cash ISA is cash ISA. So basically it's a cash account. It's like a saving account, but instant you can have the access to cash. So if you have deposited the money, the next day you need, you can take it out. So this is a good thing about the cash ISA. So you can deposit some money and keep some money in this cash ISA. The other one is the stock and share ISA. Majority of the people who are more into investment are consider this one, because here you basically open your account with a bank or with a society, and they basically, in there you can buy shares, you can invest in funds, in bonds, and based on that you can earn much higher in money as compared if you are just considering the interest. So if in interest rates are like 2 to 4%, in stocks, if you are putting the money and you are doing wisely, then you can earn 6 to 10% as well. But of course, stocks and shares always come uh, with a risk as well, that you can lose your money if the stock market crashes, or if the stocks you have bought, suppose of Tesla or Microsoft, they have a dip or bad quarter, then of course your stock prices will fall. But in the long run, in general, people believe that stocks and share ISA are good. So if you are scared of putting your hard-earned money into stocks, then you can consider the cash ISA, okay, which are the safe options. Then within the cash ISA, there are two options. One is just a cash account, cash ISA account, where you just put the cash and you get the money. You can access the money when you want. And the other one is the fixed term ISA account. So in fixed term, again, due to being locked, your money is locked for 1 year or 18 months or 2 years, you get a better interest rate in that. And again, all of this, anything with the ISA, it's tax free. And the only limitation is that in a single year, a single person can only deposit up to 20,000. And this limit is for 2024-25. Maybe next year it might be less or it might be more, or the rules changes. But for now, there are no taxes, and this is the only limit we have. The next one is lifetime ISA. So what is lifetime ISA? So here, actually, it's an excellent thing if you don't own a property in UK, you don't own a house yet. So lifetime ISA is an ideal investment for you. Here, the limitation is out of that 20,000, you can only put in lifetime ISA 4,000 amount out of that 20. So it's not on top of that. It is within that 20,000, and you can put 4,000 each year until you are 50-year-old, and you have to make your first payment before you are 40. And the last thing is that the government will add 25% bonus on your saving to a maximum 1,000. So if you are able to put 4,000 in this lifetime ISA account, then 1,000 per year will be given to you by the government. So it is an excellent opportunity if you are trying to save money to buy a house. So if you already own a house, then this is not an account for you. You can still open a lifetime ISA, but then the thing will be that you will only get this money back once you are above 60. So once you are retired, and here it is mentioned that withdrawing money from ISA, either you take this money out to buy your first home, then you will have the benefit, or you are age over 60 or over, so only you will get that money. If or you become terminally ill, basically that is another condition. If you withdraw the money before that without any reason, then basically all the extra money which the government would have given you, 25%, that will be taken back from that. So maybe for the people who don't own a house yet, for them it's an excellent opportunity, or the people who basically don't have a private pension from their company. If they are not working in an organization, maybe they are doing their own personal business and they don't have anything saved up for the private pension when they retire, maybe they can consider this one to save their money, and they can get this money back once they are 60 year old. Then other one, junior ISA, we already discussed about this. Now some of the questions, because still there are lots of things which comes to mind when I was studying and I was trying to understand ISA account. So I know that ISA account is good for me to if I want to save, paying tax on my saving. If I am suppose in my 20% tax bracket, then anything from interest, if I earn more than 1,000 in a year, it's not a month, in a year, then I have to pay tax on that amount. So how to save that? The thing would be that place the money in an ISA account. Now some of the questions, some of the things which would more clear to you about ISA. Can you have multiple ISA accounts in different institutes or bank in a year? Yes, you can have multiple accounts. Previously this was not the case, but since this year you can have multiple ISA accounts. You can have in Barclay, you can have in one in HSBC, you can have one in online app like Trading 212 or whatever. You can have multiple cash ISA, you can have multiple stock and stock ISA, and whatever you want, you can have multiple, as long as each year you can only put 20,000 cumulative spread across. Like maybe 3,000 you put in HSBC ISA account, 4,000 you put in Barclay, and the rest, suppose which would be like 13,000, you can put in trading 212. Okay, but you cannot exceed more than 20,000 per year for one person. For like husband, if has done like this, wife can have her own 20,000 allowance. The next question, which one is the best ISA account? Okay, which one should I open, basically, because I don't know much. So best ISA account basically depends on your need and your mentality. I would say it's more about your mentality. First of all, if you are able to save money and on which you are earning more than the tax limitation, then of course you should consider ISA. Which ISA account to consider? If you like to take a risk and want higher return from your savings, then go for stock ISA. Okay, stock ISA will be good, but here it's a stock market. You can lose money, you can gain money, it can go either way, so it's a risky one. The other one, if you like to have instant access to your cash, then just open a cash ISA, but remember that there would be lower interest rate in that, so maybe that can be an option. If you want that, okay, I want the money but not instantly, maybe in a year or 2 year, then you can have a fixed term ISA, maybe for 1 year or 2 year locked out, and you will have moderate interest rate, not very low but not very high as well. And then, as I said, if you don't own a house or you don't have your own private pension, then go for lifetime ISA, because here for each 4,000 per year which you deposit, government will be giving you 1,000 back. So basically, just putting 4,000, government will pay you 1,000 in that. And as far as I know, there is no tax limitation on it, and anyone can open it, this lifetime ISA. So what would I personally like to do, or what I, after reading and understanding this, I have tried to open basically a mix of them, because I think so it would be good to have instant cash, also some fixed term ISA, and maybe I'm not in a risky mood. I really am scared of investing, but just for fun and just to understand, I have just only started with £500 in this interest in stock ISA, just to understand. Maybe I'll take time this year, I won't invest more, but that's the thing, majority of the people, if you hear, they will always say invest in stock ISA. There are safe portfolios which are created, like S&P 500. You might read about it once you start going this, that you can invest, and their return is quite good. Return is usually around 8%, so it is, and this has been for many decades, so you can just invest in that. You don't need to bother about that, because here, what is, just to tell you, S&P 500 means that, like, almost in basic 500 best companies in USA. So instead of investing in one company like Microsoft or Tesla or Apple or Google, you just buy basically one share or half share of this S&P 500, and whatever money you put in it, they spread that money across those 500 companies. So in this way, you diversify and the risk gets lowered. But still, it's a stock market. If there is a crash, everything crashes. So that's the thing. Never put all your eggs in the same basket. So spread it across based on need. You might need instant cash. You might need in fixed term, you might think that, okay, in 2 years time I might need to pay for my kid education or something like that. So diversify would be the best option. The next thing is regarding myth and question. Why to have ISA account still? If you are bothered, why to have ISA account? So if you are basically already having savings in your normal saving account, and you are earning an interest of 1,000 for 20% taxpayer, then of course you don't need an ISA. But as soon as you go and start earning more than 1,000 in a year, then of course you need ISA, because otherwise you will be paying tax, 20% tax on that amount you earn. For 40% taxpayer, if you are already earning 500 or less, that's okay. As soon as you start earning 501 pound, then that £1, out of that extra £1, you will be paying 40% to the UK government, and 60 pence you will be keeping. So it's better to invest in ISA, so that whatever you earn, you keep it yourself. And if you are in 45% tax bracket, very few, but there are people, then basically you don't have any allowance for them. The only option is basically the ISA account. Otherwise they will be paying 45% tax on that. So it is of course a good way of investment, and ISA you can have interest, as well as you can buy shares, stocks, and you can earn dividends as well. So another question, why not only to invest in ISA? So if ISA is good, there is no there is no tax, and it's tax free, why not only to consider ISA? Why to have a normal saving account or fixed saver? Why to have? The reason is that if you don't want to invest in stocks, okay, then it would be better to check around and invest in normal saving account, because the normal saving accounts have usually higher interest rate as compared to ISA accounts. And you can check it, you can shop around, you can check in your bank, whichever you have HSBC, Barclays, NatWest, whichever you have, just check it around, and from there you will get an idea, a rough idea, just looking at few of the banks. What I found, like regular saver accounts, regular saver is limited account, but still regular saver account are giving currently 6% interest, whereas ISA accounts usually vary around 4%. And for the bigger banks like Barclays, I was checking, I think so they pay around 2.5% on cash ISA, which is quite less, whereas for a normal saver account, they are able to give to 4 to 6%. I think so Barclays gives 4% on a normal saver account as compared to ISA account. And last thing, I am scared to open ISA. Still many people, even myself, I took, I think so, 4-5 months in order to start opening an ISA account. The reason was I was a bit scared that is it a thing for me? And initially I've been living in UK for 3 years, and after basically 2 years 10 months I have opened an ISA account. Why? Because I was scared. I read about it, I knew about it, but I thought, okay, it's not for me, I don't want to open it. Okay, and also I didn't have much savings as well, to be honest. So there were many things. So, and also I didn't want it to go in complication. What is ISA? It looks complicated, just close it. But the thing is that it's just a simple account with the ISA written in front of it, and ISA basically is from the government, a UK government, just to give an incentive for people to save money without paying tax. So just open an ISA account. You can open like a normal account through the app. Nowadays all the banks have their apps. You can open an ISA account in seconds, literally seconds. In HSBC I opened an ISA account, and it was instantly, within 1 minute I was able to open the ISA account on the app, and you can invest it, you can close it, and there is no harm in that. So it's very straightforward, no issue at all. You can have it open, you can deposit £100 and you can just leave it there, and until and unless you're confident, you can start investing. So there are many banks. Which one is good, which one is bad, just shop around. There are many other videos which are available. If you want, I can make, and I will give you a comparison as well. But what I found for stocks, if you want to play in stocks, for ISA account, Trading 212 is good. It's an app. They don't have any physical bank, so that's a big concern for many people, for me as well. But everything is basically operated under UK laws and UK financial authorities with their licenses. So your up to 85,000 pound as per today will be safe. They take care of it, but it's stock, so there is a risk factor in that. But for the normal, for cash ISA as well, Trading 212 rate what I found was 5% on cash ISA, which is very high. On Barclay, it is currently what I remember. It's I think so 2.4 or 2.5%. Okay, in Barclay or in HSBC. Sorry, in HSBC it is 2.5. So there is a huge difference in even in cash ISA as well. And in Skipton, what I looked at that they have got 18 months fixed rate ISA where they are giving I think so 4% or 4.2%. So shop around, open a few accounts, maybe put £100, £200, £400, £500 just to get familiar, make yourself comfortable, and maybe start investing slowly. Okay, and as I said, diversify. Don't put all your money in stocks. And other thing, a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not nothing to do with it. I'm just speaking based on my experience and my knowledge, what I gained, and I thought maybe it's good for people to know as well. So don't be scared, just open an account. It's just there is no money, you don't need to pay any money to open an account. Just open it, use it. If you are not happy, you can transfer your account like other accounts. You can transfer ISA accounts to other banks as well, and 20,000 limit is per year. So each year you can invest 20,000, and whatever interest you earn throughout the years, that's all tax free. It's not only for that year amount, but for previous years as well. And if you have been investing for 5 years, you have made built up a portfolio of suppose 60,000 in ISA, all the interest you earn that will be tax free. So have a look at it, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you think you're still not clear and you want more information, let me know, because I have gathered this knowledge for myself and I thought it would be good for you to know as well. Thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.